We finally have the first Electro Broadblade user in Wuthering Waves. Lumi has two modes, Yellow Light Mode and Red Light Mode. She can switch between the two modes using Resonance skill, and her playstyle differs depending on which mode she is in. Red Light Mode is for melee attacks, while Yellow Light Mode is for range attacks. Another integral part of her kit is her dodge. In Yellow Mode, using dodge causes Lumi to enter Zoom mode. In this mode, she will automatically shoot glitter at locked-on enemy targets. Not only does Lumi have two different modes, but she also has a different Forte for each mode. Filling up these Fortes in their respective modes enables their enhanced resonance skill. Using this enhanced skill will help them enter their enhanced states. Red Spotlight Mode increases the damage multiplier of basic and heavy attacks, while Yellow Spotlight Mode shoots glare, which is an enhanced version of glitter. So, how do you fill Lumi's Forte? Lumi can hold 100 sparks in each mode. Here are the attacks that fill up her Forte for each mode. The best part is that Lumi can fill up her Forte even in enhanced mode. If played right, you can indefinitely extend Lumi's rotation. The only problem with these enhanced modes is their extremely short durations. But this is also why Lumi has such a quick rotation. Lumi's rotation involves filling up her Forte, entering the enhanced mode, quickly dealing damage, and then repeating the process. But if you plan to use the resonance skill amplification her outro provides, then her rotation should end with outro. Her outro also generates laser beams, which deal damage by consuming Lumi's Forte. However, Lumi must have at least a fourth of her current mode's Forte filled to do this. I recommend switching to the mode with the most Forte and then using outro. This will help deal decent damage before switching to your main DPS. The last thing to keep in mind is to start her rotation with intro, as this will directly put Lumi in Yellow Light Mode. If you want to start off a rotation with Red Light Mode instead, you could always switch modes using her skill. Next up are Lumi's weapons. Her best weapon is Ages of Harvest, providing attribute and resonance skill damage bonus. Lumi's next best option is Autumn Trace, which is the only one on this list that increases basic attack damage. Unfortunately, Autumn Trace can't be obtained for free, so Lustrous Razor, Helios Cleaver, and Waning Redshift are other viable options. There isn't a lot to discuss when it comes to her echoes. Void Thunder is her best set by a huge margin. And here are the echo stats. The only thing to decide is whether you want to go with Thundering or Tempest Mephis. This depends on your personal preference. Thundering Mephis deals more damage, but I prefer Tempest as it is faster. Now let's move on to her sequences. Lumi's sequences are pretty normal. Her S1 is quite interesting as it recovers stamina. This is quite helpful as it will help decrease the chances of running out of stamina mid-battle. Her other notable sequences are S4 and S6. Now it's time to talk about Lumi's teams. Lumi can be played either as a sub-DPS or as a main DPS. To support the main DPS Lumi, your best option is Lin, as she provides electro damage deepen. Additionally, she deals coordinated attacks, giving Lumi much field time. Alternatively, you could go with Sanhua. Lumi and Sanhua make an excellent team. Sanhua helps Lumi by providing basic attack damage deepen. Lumi helps Sanhua as well by amplifying resonance skill damage. For sub-DPS Lumi, the resonator that first comes to mind is the damage queen, Jinshi. Almost all of her attacks are considered resonance skill damage. Although Lumi is quite a good teammate for Jinshi, she isn't the best as Lumi doesn't do coordinated attacks. Changli and Spectro Over are the other DPS options that you could use in Jinshi's place. Finally, I want to talk a bit about whether Lumi is worth spending 80 corals for. Lumi has a unique kit and an interesting playstyle. She also would be helpful for exploration. The best part is her incredible accent. Despite the uniqueness of Lumi's kit, she can't be considered as broken. But she is definitely one of the best 4 stars in the game.